here for Michael, because he tells me he passes before his time, and then you have another guardian angel that comes through before he comes through. So you have a female guardian angel who's older, short hair, glasses, has a hard time walking around toward the end of his life. But he declined, or wait, whoa, I just switched to this old male up there. So this female has a male. I didn't even see that switch happen. So you have a female-male combo, male probably served. And I don't necessarily think that's Michael, but it might be. So you have an older male that served, an older female that's a primary guardian angel, and I can smell her very specific perfume from here. Okay, hello, mom of three. And so Michael tells me, he shows me a couple signs and symbols now that I get through it. So he either has been gone under a year or two, or he takes partial responsibility, and so that's what that in and out indicates. But what I get from this person is before his time, going, gone. I feel like we take partial responsibility, or we take responsibility for the fact that like we just don't have enough time to react or get out of the situation once we're in it. But I feel like we have darker hair. Then he tells me it was difficult to breathe or communicate right toward the end, and it goes down all at once. But situationally, I know I'm in it. I just don't expect it to. I just don't expect it to end my life. And so I go like this as well, which is my sign symbol for tragically. Like a, hold on, I got to do the little puzzle thing. It's like a, oop, I did the puzzle thing wrong. It almost seems like a tragic situation. Oh my goodness. Beckyhills 612 said he had throat cancer. How old was he? No way, that's that older male on the other side. He tells me he passed before his time too. And then the situation and maybe not doing much about it. Okay, and then if he ends up passing from throat cancer, and that means it pretty much just appeared. It is that guy. And then he was 56, so of course that's before any of us expect to pass. Just all of a sudden just get throat cancer out of nowhere. And he goes, and I dealt with it, and I dealt with it, and I dealt with it. And he goes, I can't do, is this a father figure for you? He goes, I dealt with it, I dealt with it, I dealt with it. I take partial responsibility for not giving myself enough time to do anything about it. So maybe like just mildly ignoring the signs, not realizing that it was what it was. Remember how he said he didn't feel like it was gonna kill him. So it's not like he did it intentionally. It was just tragic because by the time we figured out what it was, boom, it was almost too late to come back from it. He tells me, he goes, you're doing such a good job, which to me indicates that there might be kids involved in this too, if you guys had kids together. And then she says that this is actually her husband here. And so how wild to go through life with somebody and then all of a sudden, you know, you wake up thinking you got a cold in the throat and you go in there and boom, it's throat cancer. So that's a wild turn of events. And Kato, there's many things that it could have been, and it just happened to be that. And so, interesting. Love it. I'll answer that in just a second. If I need to send out more links, I totally can for the Zoom tonight. Absolutely. Don't worry. Don't worry. I am doing a Zoom. I am doing a beginner astrologies course. So much coffee, and I love it. Love my life. Whew, now we just need to see who this Michael is. Okay, so something, he also gives me a sign symbol, and I know he passes of throat cancer, but I almost like, maybe I expect him to be on his bed, but I find him on the floor for no reason. It's almost like I happen upon him toward the end. I just don't expect, like, the chaos. Does that make sense? These are spirit-led, unless you would like to get a guaranteed. You just go to katothemedium.com, link in my bio, hit book now, scroll down, and join my live stream. I believe we do have someone in line, but if we catch up on the line, I am so happy to continue doing freebies to fill up the time. I got no problem with that, y'all. You guys know I have no problems with these things. So let me, so with Michael, how did we know that we had this throat cancer? how did we know? Did we have some, the way I feel it, we had some symbols, mild, signs, symptoms, mild irritation, but nothing. He did chemo and he was very weak. Oh my goodness. So he did chemo and he was very weak, and it just kind of catches up to him. So he just said to me, this is like this just in, he says, I knew the chemo wasn't going to do anything. But of course we do it. But of course we tried that option. He makes me feel like we didn't even do it very long. You're so sweet, Amber. He says that this female, and I feel like this might be his mom, if he's got a mom on the other side, helped him transition to the other side. She was there immediately. He said that he's visited you in your dreams multiple times, and then he makes me feel like those dreams are super, super, super real life, if you know what I'm saying, okay? He also says you have his clothes in honor of his memory, and he says, piece of me, piece of me. And so this makes me feel like you also have his ashes. So this is my sign symbol of ashes. So he says that you have clothes in honor of his memory. Some you probably even smell. I think we even maybe have like a dirty work shirt in there too. And then I feel like I'm opening up like a truck. I think you still have a lot of things of his, and then I also feel like we have ashes or something in honor of his memory, still a shrine. Yeah, I think you're doing a great job at honoring his memory, and he says he's visited you in at least 3 dreams, and that's what I've got for you, my love. Bam. Let me know if you have anything of his. Would love to know. And we still smell him like his shampoo's still in the shower kind of thing. And she just says, I have everything of his. How long has he been gone? I would love to know that if you would let me get a little more personal with you. Oh, thanks for the earrings, love, everybody. You all so sweet. And you still have everything of his. Remember how I said the way he's communicating, he's been gone like at least it could be 2 years or less. So there he is, falling right in that timeline. So what does that mean? It means that when it comes to him transitioning and being on the other side, he is okay. He is right on schedule. Everything looks normal. And he's at peace. He's my soulmate. I miss him so much. And he goes, oh, you're not getting away from me that easy. And then he's like, he goes, and when you just randomly think about me, there I am. You need to say hi. You need to say hey. Okay. And I love this for you. So he's still up for seeing you. Um, he loves to, hold on. He loves seeing you light up, and you need to do that more. That's what he says. He loves seeing you light up. You got to do that more. You got to find ways to light yourself up. And he loves you. All right, that's what I got.